There we go. Okay, here we go. All right, you guys. So thank you so much, everyone, for making time for your yoga. Just adjusting just a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right. So starting on our backs and with knees bent. So what I'd like you to do is just invite you to take a couple cycles of breath to connect in. Just check in with your body, see how it's feeling, see how your back is feeling. Notice how your shoulders are doing, your shins. If it feels appropriate while you're checking in, please feel free to lengthen your arms up over your head and just take a moment to stretch. And let everything release, come back down by your sides. And we'll begin by just simply finding our diaphragmatic breath. So as you inhale, I want you to place your focus on that low belly, which is 2 inches below your navel, and I want you to feel that belly expand. Notice that as that belly expands, your back will automatically, low back will automatically want to just draw right up along with it. And feel that big breath happen really low. And then as you exhale, feel the release. Let the breath move all the way up through the center of the body, all the way to the collarbones. At the end of the exhale, I want you to take that same area of the low belly and gently draw in and then up. Let that relax. And again, when you're ready, slow, steady inhale. This time as you inhale, I want you to find the image of drawing that diaphragm down so large. The breath goes so deep that it touches the pelvic floor. Really build that wave of breath. And then when you're ready, as you exhale, release the wave. Feel that wave move all the way up and through the body, all the way up, possibly past the collarbones this time to the neck. At the end, gently draw up and in through that low belly, tightening through that lower abdominal core just a little bit. And then again, long, slow, deep inhale. Build your wave. Feel it move all the way down towards the pelvic floor. And then as you exhale, release the wave. Feel it move all the way up. This time, see if you can feel that breath release and move all the way up to the crown of the head. At the end of the exhale, feel that low belly gently draw in towards the center of the spine and maybe up just a little bit. And then one more time, slow, steady inhale. Feel that breath build through the center of the body, all the way down to the pelvic floor. As you exhale, follow that wave. And this time, as you finish your exhale, gently draw in towards the center of the body and gently up. Notice if your pelvis will gently tip up just a little bit, grounding you even a little bit more deeply into the lumbar and sacral spine. And then release that. Okay, so with our breath, we've already begun to connect into the first two parts of these little micro movements. So the thing about these micro movements is that they're small. You only want to take them until you feel the activation and the engagement, which means that you're going to contract your muscles just a little bit. If it feels good, play with the contraction. If you feel any kind of discomfort, don't go into it. Just work it right up to the edge. At the end of that first half of the breath, then you're going to relax that contraction. You're going to relax it as slowly and as deeply as you can so that you can feel the muscles completely release and relax. So when you're ready, following your breath, this time you're going to do this part of the breath as you inhale. So find that low belly breath. And as you find that low belly inhale, I want you to gently squeeze through the glutes and engage through that lower back as you engage the arch in your lower lumbar spine. And then as you exhale, I want you to release that engagement and very gently, very slowly begin to release the arch all the way back down to the ground. At the end of the exhale, I want you to do another full cycle of breath without making any movement through the pelvis, and just allow the pelvis to find that deep relaxation through those lower lumbar spine and into the sacrum. Then when you're ready, you're going to take another deep inhale. This next action is going to happen on the exhale. So take another full deep inhale, breathing all the way down to the pelvic floor. Build your wave low. And then as you exhale, I want you to begin to feel the pelvis lift up. And you'll really feel this at the end of the exhale so that you can gently tip the bottom part of the pelvis up towards the ceiling and reground the lower lumbar spine and the sacrum into the mat. Gently release that core. And then again, as you inhale, you're gently, slowly allowing now the front of your body. So this is the pelvis, this is the abdominal area, lower abs that you've used to create that contraction, and draw the pelvis up and just feel everything relax. One more full cycle of breath, letting everything relax and release. Now we're going to go ahead and do a little side-to-side movement. So we're going to start with our right hip. So what's going to happen is that as you breathe, you're going to feel that right hip and the core on that right side contract and draw the right hip up towards the right rib cage. As you exhale again, you're going to let everything completely relax. So when you're ready, as you inhale, fill the breath and feel that right abdominal side contract and draw that right side of your pelvis up towards your waist. And again, be mindful of the sensations that you're feeling. As you exhale, releasing your weight, feel everything gently, slowly on that right side begin to relax. And you're going to do this as slowly as possible. You'll take one more cycle of breath without any conscious contraction, just feeling the relaxation and the unwinding. And then when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and move this over to the other side. So when you're ready, as you inhale, I want you to find that left side abdominal contraction and feel that left hip move up towards that left rib cage. And again, do this through the inhale. And then when you're ready, on the exhale, gently allow everything to begin to relax. Take one more cycle of breath, allowing everything to soften, everything to relax. Beautiful. Good. Very nicely done. And then using your own cycle of breath, if it feels comfortable, I want you to place your hands on top of that low belly, just enjoying, and just breathe 3 times. Your pace of inhale, your pace of exhale through your nose. Build your wave and then release it with your pace. At the end of your 3rd cycle of breath, I want you to bring your hands, palms facing down, over your heart. That way, for those of you that I can see, I'll know when we're done with our breath. As you finish your breath, bringing your hands to your heart, I want you to think about something, an event, a memory, where you feel a great deal of joy and a great deal of gratitude. I want you to imagine, what did that event look like? What did it sound like? If there was food involved, what did it taste like? And was there touch involved? What did it feel like? So as we sing, I want you to send that energy of joy and or gratitude throughout your body. So we're going to sing the sound of ah, welcoming in vibration. We're going to sing the sound of oh, and we're going to sing the sound of mm. On the fourth breath, please set your intent for your practice today, making it an I am statement. So when you're ready, slow, steady inhale, use the diaphragmatic breath. And then from here, allow your hands to come back down to your side. Take one more breath. And as you do this, as long as it feels comfortable and safe for your low back, I want you to lengthen your legs. And with your next inhale through your nose, I want you to stretch your arms up over your head. And I want you to clench everything, tighten everything, lengthen in. And then on the exhale, let everything relax. Gently draw the arms down, then back into the knees. And gently bring the knees into your chest. Give yourself a gentle hug, energy freeing pose. And then as long as your body says yes, what I want you to do is bring the soles of your feet up to the ceiling. You can take your hands around the outer edge of the foot, or you can slide them up the middle and drape the palms across. So we're just moving into blissful baby for a moment, Ananda Balasana, and just take a moment to rock a little bit from side to side. There we go, good. Beautiful. Very nicely done. Allow the knees to come out wider than the center of the body so that it's kind of like you're doing an upside down squat. Okay. From here, as long as your body says yes. Now, if that's difficult, then what I want you to do is draw the soles of the feet together and you can hold on at your ankles. Either is fine. No matter where you are, what I want you to do is I want you to take a moment and I want you to squeeze your glutes. Press the soles of the feet together if those are together. If they're not and the legs are just open, just squeeze the glutes. If you have hands across the soles of the feet, press the soles of the feet in while you squeeze. Slow, steady inhale, slow, steady exhale. And then gently, slowly release. From here, go ahead, draw the knees together, roll yourself over onto your side, and gently press yourself up. There we go. Good job. Very nicely done. Good. How are we doing, everybody? Oh, very nice. Okay, so those of you that have a strap, I want you to grab a strap. If you don't have a strap, I want you to grab a dish towel because it looks like you might be in the kitchen. There we go. Perfect. Yay. Okay, so making sure that as we sit, if hips are tight and your knees are higher than your hips, please grab something so that you can lift yourself up. So pillow will do, anything will do. Get yourself just a little quickie something. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Yay, look at you go. All right. So if you have a dish towel, then it's easy peasy because all you have to do is hold the far ends of the dish towel. If you have a strap, remember you have two ways to do this. You're either going to do fingers over thumbs, so thumbs are underneath, fingers over, or if you want a little bit of tension, wrap the fingers round and then bring it that way. And Bart's helping. Go team. Okay, so no matter where you are, what I want you to do is make sure that your fingers are a little bit wider than shoulder distance. Okay, you're going to take a deep inhale and bring your arms all the way up. Oh, yummy. And just take a moment with your arms all the way up and notice by being very gentle how it feels to be up here. Is this a comfortable place or is this a place where you're going, are we done yet? Are we done yet? Are we done yet? Are we done yet? Okay, gently, slowly bring them back down. Good. Take a moment, I want you to roll into each shoulder and then roll into your neck just a little bit, making sure that we have full range of motion for everything. Okay, so this time we're going to go ahead and do cactus arms. So take a deep inhale, bring your arms up. And exhale, bring your elbows down. Now, once you get your elbows down, there you go, good, beautiful, very nicely done. I want you to squeeze those inner edges of the shoulder blades together. Just squeeze them just for a moment. Notice if you have one side that's a little bit more happy doing this and the other side that's like not so much. And then gently release. Good. Okay. Now we're going to do something that we haven't done in a while. So I want you to take your dish towel or your belt and I want you to bring it behind. Because we're behind, go ahead and hold on, thumbs under, fingers over. And again, you're going to adjust this so that it's comfortable, right? Usually slightly wider than your shoulders. For some of you, it might be more comfortable to make it actually a little bit closer. So I'm going to turn around so that y'all can see. So basically what you're doing is you're working with what your shoulder is telling you to do. So you could be wide or you could walk it in and be a little bit more narrow. So wherever you are, what I want you to do here before we do anything is take those inner edges of the shoulder blades and again, squeeze them together. Those of you that have been doing this for a while, if you want something a little bit more, I want you to take that bottom edge of the shoulder blade and pull down towards the waist. Let that relax. Now, from here, you're going to take, even with your arms behind you, I want you to take the top edges of the shoulders and I want you to roll them forward and squeeze through your pectoral muscles to squeeze those shoulders forward. So you're pulling from the front, you are not pushing from behind. And let that relax. Let the body roll. Again, this time now, what I want you to do is as you inhale using your diaphragmatic breath, as long as your body says yes, you're going to start by squeezing those inner edges of the shoulder blades and then see how it feels to gently lengthen the arms away from your back. You may not get very far, and it's not about how far. This is just about how does the sensation feel as you're here. And then gently, slowly relax, release. And again, from here, you're going to go ahead and take these front edges of the shoulder blades, and I want you to pull them using your pectoral muscles, pull them. So pull your shoulder blades, or pull the fronts of your shoulders towards each other, sorry. So you're separating the shoulder blades, but you're pulling the
front of the shoulder towards each other. And let that relax. Roll. One more time. Still holding the strap. You're going to take a slow, steady inhale. Squeeze the inner edges of the shoulder blades together. And gently lengthen the arms away. And then let that relax. One last time. With the arms still behind. Take the front edges of the shoulder blades and pull using the pectoral muscles to pull those shoulder blades together. Continue to breathe. And then gently, slowly allow that to relax. Release the strap. We're going to use the strap a little bit later, so just go ahead and find a comfortable place for it. Okay. All right. So you guys, from here, being in a sitting position, we're going to go ahead and just do a very simple twist now that we've loosened everything up a little bit. So from where you are, I want you to start with your right hand. Take a deep inhale. You're going to squeeze through this left side body so that it's going to do the pulling. As you're ready, slow, steady inhale. When you're ready, exhale, squeeze, pull through that left side to gently, slowly bring yourself around. Release that right hand on top of the thigh. Left hand is going to be down. You can do little spider fingers, so just the tips of the fingers touch. Just behind that left glute. Breathe. Notice how it feels. See if you can squeeze just a little bit more through that left side. And notice if that makes it a little bit easier to bring yourself in, but you're not doing, the only way you can do this is if you squeeze. So you have to pull. And then your head and neck can gently come round. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is I want you to release the squeeze. Notice that as you release the squeeze, you automatically begin to unwind. Then inhale, sweep that right arm all the way up, across, and down. Beautiful. And now we're going to move into the left hand. So when you're ready, slow, steady inhale. Deep belly. And as you exhale, squeeze through this right side. And you're going to have one side that works a little bit easier than the other. So follow the squeeze when you've gone as far as you can. Release that left hand coming on top. Breathe. Just notice how it feels on this side. If you can, squeeze a little bit more. Take yourself in just a little bit more, only if your body says yes. And then gently allow your head and neck to continue the movement. To release, stop squeezing through the right side. Notice how that automatically unwinds you. Inhale, lift this left arm all the way back over. Beautiful, good. All right, roll into the shoulders, check into the neck. Are we happy and are we sassy? Yes, feels good? Okay, all right, here we go. So we're gonna come to tabletop. So we're gonna move our pillows, come to our mats. Now, please make sure that if this is too much flexion with your palms, that you can either use your dish towel to elevate the back of your palms just a little bit, or you can come into a soft fist. If your knees are an issue for you, please make sure that you're using a little bit more padding underneath the knees, okay? So we're gonna move into a little bit of cat and cow, or cow and cat. I want you to focus on the front rather than on the compression through the back, so that as you inhale, bringing ourselves into cow. Let the belly sink. Let the abdominal wall begin to stretch. Let the gaze come forward and let the hips lift. Breathe. Exhale, drop the hips. Lift and separate. So what I want you to do is press down through the palms, those tops of the shoulders and the tops of the upper arms. Draw them together. Feel that as you draw them forward, that automatically creates space behind. Tuck the chin up and into the chest. Release, come back to neutral. Now, sweep the fingertips back towards the knees, come up to kneeling. Let your hands come to your hips, shift the body weight over to the right leg, and allow that left leg to step forward. Good. Very gently use your hips and the torso to gently allow your weight to come forward and your body to open into the stretch. If this becomes difficult, make sure that you are only going as far as your body is inviting you in, and squeeze your glutes a little bit. I want you to go ahead and place this left forearm on top of the left thigh. You're going to take your right arm, sweep it out to the side and up. Breathe. Notice that you can also place the left hand across the belly if that feels good. Breathe. And then from here, you're going to take this right hand, drop it down behind so that it rests on the back of the thigh. As long as your body says yes, you're going to unwind so that you're now twisting forward again or moving forward again. And then inhale, bring that left arm up. Breathe into the space that you just created through the front of the body. Slow, steady inhale, slow, steady exhale. Release the left arm, come back to hands to hips. Release the right arm, hands to hips. Draw as you press down through that left foot, draw the torso back. Step that left leg back. Hips shift back so that now you can walk yourself back into tabletop. And before we do anything else, I want you to draw the knees together. Shift both hips over to the left. Feel that opening into the hips. Release, bring yourself back up. Shift both hips over to the right. Shift yourself back up, and let's go ahead and do another round of cow and then cat. So again, slow, steady inhale. Feel that belly move towards the floor, opening through the front of the abdominal wall. Let the hips lift, let the gaze come forward. Breathe here. Feel that opening all the way up to the sternum. When you're ready, exhale, gently drop through the hips and begin to lift and round through the back. You can accentuate that by taking the upper arms and the shoulders, drawing them towards each other, gently taking the shoulder blades and rolling them around to the sides and towards the front, creating space. Chin comes up and into the chest. Gently release. Bring yourself back to neutral. Slide those fingertips back to the knees and gently bring yourself up. This time, hands to hips. You're going to take that right leg, so shift your body weight over to the left and step that right foot forward. Beautiful, good. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, from here, you guys, allow the hips to continue to shift forward and down. Be very mindful of what your body's telling you here. Make sure that you're only going as far as your body's inviting you to go. If you need to, squeeze into the glutes a little bit for some extra stability. Feel how as you create stability through your back, your belly automatically begins to open, shoulders begin to relax. You're going to take that right hand, bring it across, forearm across that right thigh. Left hand, inhale, sweep it up. Opening now to the left side. Breathe. Beautiful, good. Very nicely done. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Feel everything open through that left side. And then as long as your body says yes, you're going to gently begin to turn your torso back forward. Release that left arm, bring it behind and to rest on the back of the left thigh. Inhale, sweep up that right arm. Create opening in space. Breathe. Really breathe into the front of the body. Oh, and create lots of happy opening. To come out, gently release that right arm. Release the left, both hands come back to the hips. Press down through the foot. Gently bring the torso and the hips back. Step when you're ready, back into the hips. You're going to lever yourself back just a little bit so that then it's easy for you to come down and back into tabletop. Beautiful. Very nicely done. From here, we're going to use our torso as a clock. So 12 o'clock is the bottom of the mat. Behind us is 6. To the right of us is 3. To the left of us is 9. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a circle with our torso. So when you're ready, as you inhale, I want you to sink the belly towards 12. Then you're going to sweep that rib cage out to 3. Roll back and up to 6. Come out to the side to 9. And then come back and down to 12. And we're going to go ahead and do that again. Gently bring the torso out to 3. Back and up to 6. Out to the side to 9. And then gently draw down to 12. You can bend into your elbows a little bit if that's comfortable. We're now going to reverse it and go counterclockwise. So from 12, move out to 9, back and up to 6, out to 3, down to midnight. One more time. Out to 9, back and up to 6, out to 3, down to 12. As long as your body says yes, from here, depending on how much knee flexion your body's happy with, you're either going to keep your hips high and gently move yourself into puppy pose, or if knee flexion is a little bit better today, you're going to shift your hips back towards your heels and move into extended child's pose. And I want you just to take several cycles of breath right here. Use that belly breath so that you can begin to feel that spine unwind. Take 2 more cycles of breath. And then very gently, very slowly, walk the hands back. Gently press yourself back up. Now, we're going to go ahead and move into some standing poses. So if you know that balance is a little wonky, please have a chair ready. If you are young and limber, then you won't need a chair. I'm going to go ahead while we get ready and change our video camera. Okay, so we're going to have everybody come to standing. And here we have our chairs. Now, for those of you that know that balance is a little wonky. We love our chairs. So I'm going to give you a couple of options because we're actually going to use the seat of our chair, if you need it, to help you balance. So if your chair is kind of hard, please put a blankie over it so that it's nice and sweet. Okay, there we go. All right, perfect, lovely, lovely. The next thing I want you to do is if you're using a chair, you're going to place your strap so that you have it. If you are nice and flexible and you don't need a chair, then what I want you to do is place your strap or your tea towel around your neck so that way you have it. Okay. All right. So what we're going to start with is Parsvottanasana, which is just super simple. It's just a forward fold with a little bit of a wide leg. So what you're going to do is you're going to start in Tadasana. So start with feet grounded. Okay. Let your hands come to your hips. And I want you to shift your body weight back and forth, side to side for a little bit. So you're actually not lifting your feet off, or if you are, it's just very small, so that you can just connect in. And feel what you've got. When you're ready, I want you to shift your body weight onto that left leg and then step your right foot back about 2 to 3 feet. Now, your right foot needs to be separated out away from your left foot so that you can easily get both hips facing forward, okay? Iyengar likes to call these your headlights, right? So from here, you're going to keep your hands on your hips and then very gently, very slowly, as you exhale, begin to hinge forward. Now, you are going to pay very close attention to how this feels in the middle of the left hamstring. You should feel, and any sensation that you feel should be an opening in the middle. I don't want you to feel it behind the knee, and I don't want you to feel it up at the sits bone. Your hands are still at your hips because I want you to make sure that your right hip is not lifting up and away. So you're only going to go as far as is comfortable. So that might mean that your hands gently come to the chair if you have the chair. Wherever you are, you can place your hands and keep them at the hips, or you can wrap your hands behind. So just very gently, very simply begin to fold forward. When your head touches the chair, then you're done, and breathe. Those of you that don't have a chair, or those of us that don't have a chair, if your body says yes, you can continue to fold or not. Beautiful, very nicely done. Good. Now, to bring yourself up, I want you to squeeze those glutes. So squeeze, put a little bit of a bend into that left knee to make sure that you are not hyperextending, and gently draw yourself up. Nice. Lovely. How did that feel for everybody? Did that feel okay? Was that all right? Okay, good. All right. Second variation. So what you're going to do is, and you may need to adjust your feet in order to do this, I want you to extend that left foot forward just a little bit. There you go. So you're a little bit closer to your chair. If you had to bring your right foot up, see if you can bring it back. It's still grounded, so you're not on your toes, you're on your entire right foot, okay? Again, there needs to be enough left and right space between your right foot, your left foot and your right foot so that both hip bones are facing forward. Everybody got that? This time, you're going to put a bend into this left knee, and then you're going to hinge. Gently, slowly. And you're going to bring yourself down. Again, what you're looking for, you have a bend in this left knee. Please make sure that you're fidgeting. You know me, we love the fidget. So you should feel this through the center of the right hamstring, or center of the left hamstring, not up at the sits bone, not behind the knee. Squeeze a little bit through those legs to make sure that they are lifting and you're not sinking into your joints. Hands are either at the hips or they're just lightly clasped on your sacrum behind you. And breathe. So moving now into humble warrior. Gently, slowly, squeezing through the glutes. Draw the torso up. Beautiful. Very nicely done. Okay, here we go. As long as your body says yes. Step that right foot up. Now remember, it doesn't have to come all the way up to the left foot because we're doing separate leg forward fold. So shift the body weight over into the right leg and then step that left foot back. Again, making sure that you have plenty of left and right distance so that both hip bones face forward, hands can come to the hips. This first part, we're working with a straight leg. So gently, slowly, hinge, squeeze through the glutes if you need to. Hands are at the hips so that you can get really good idea of what flat feels like, meaning that you have the same amount of distance between your headlights and the back of your neck. The back, low back is also working towards being flat. And again, you can rest your head on your chair if that's appropriate, or you can simply come down, or you can hover where you are. Again, please make sure you're feeling this through the center of the hamstring, not at the attachments. When you're ready, gently, slowly squeeze through the glutes to help draw yourself up. Good. Okay, here we go. As long as your body says yes, you're going to rearrange your stance so that that right leg comes just a little bit further forward. You can bend into the knee and you still have lots of stability in through the left leg. Okay, so this time knee is bent. When you're ready, slow, steady exhale. Again, hinging. Breathe. Bringing yourself forward. Find that balance. Resting on the chair or not. Beautiful. Very nicely done. Looks like Bart wants to use Lainey as a chair. Breathe. Gently, slowly squeeze through the glutes. Pull yourself up. Now, those of you that have a little rest on your chair, you're going to take this and do plank. Those of you that are not using a chair. So I'm going to demonstrate chair and then I'm going to demonstrate not chair. So those of you that have chair, if you have a blanket, just slide your hands underneath your blanket, step the right foot back, and go ahead and take high plank. Those of you that do not have a chair, you're going to come down onto your knees, back into tabletop. Then I want you to kick one leg back and then the second leg back and bring yourself into plank this way. So wherever you are, I want you to hold plank, breathe. There you go, beautiful. Nicely done. Good. If your body says yes, if you are up here in plank on the chair, your body says yes, you're going to allow those hips to come down and forward, let the gaze come up, and do a very gentle upward facing dog. If you're down on the floor in plank, only if your body says yes, you're going to come on to the tops of the feet, let the hips sink, shift the body weight up, gaze forward. Okay, no matter where you are, whether you are an upward facing dog on the chair or the floor, gently, slowly, if you're on the floor, curl underneath the toes, press the hips back and up, and take downward facing dog. If you are on the chair, you're coming from upward facing dog, shift the hips back, and move into downward facing dog. Breathe. Let everything soften. Let everything relax. Beautiful. Everybody looks fabulous. Very nice. From here, wherever you are, walk those feet gently, lovingly up towards your hands. And stand up. Woo! How are we doing, everybody? Is that good? All right. Roll the shoulders. Are we starting to get warm? Yes? Are we heating ourselves up with love? Gently with love? I'm getting hot. All right. So now we get to use our straps. Now that we've done it once without, now we get to use them straps. So here we go. So coming back to what we just did. Okay. Again, you've got everything set up if you need the chair. You have everything set up if you don't. Hands come to the hips. We're starting with grounding into the left leg, and I want you to step the right leg back. Okay. Again, making sure that the front part of your shoulder or front part of your hips are facing forward like headlights. So you're looking at however much distance you need between the left and the right. So open your stance if you need it. As long as your body says yes, you've got your strap. I want you to bring your strap behind you and hold on to the strap. That's all you have to do. When you're ready, as you take a slow, gentle inhale, find length through the torso, and as you exhale, gently squeezing in, squeeze into those glutes, and gently begin to fold your way forward. When you've gone as far as is comfortable, if and only if your body says yes, you're going to take your arms, squeeze into those inner edges of the shoulder blades. Remember, we did this while we were seated, and gently begin to lift the arms away. You're only going to go as far as is comfortable. Breathe. Check in with your legs. Are you making sure that you're squeezing a little bit through your glutes to promote stability, and that you're feeling the opening through the middle of the hamstring muscle? Gently, slowly squeeze those glutes a little bit more. Bring your torso up. Let the arms come down. Breathe. How are we feeling? Everybody doing okay? Yes? Okay. Moving into humble warrior, I want you to adjust your stance. So you're opening up a little bit, right? Now we're going to bend into that left leg. Again, adjust so that both headlights of the hips can come forward. Hands are still holding the strap behind the body. Deep, slow, steady inhale. Exhale. Squeeze as you draw yourself down. Once you come as far forward as your body says yes to, when you're ready, squeeze those inner edges of the shoulder blades and gently lengthen the arms away. It doesn't matter how far the arms go, just breathe. Notice what your body has to say. Please make sure that you are working within the invitation of your body. How far does it want to go? Not your brain, not your head, but your body. Gently, slowly release. Squeeze those glutes, bring the torso back up. All right, release the strap, bring it around your neck. Roll the shoulders and shift your body weight so that you can step the right leg forward. Let's do a little wiggle dance. There we go. Let it all go. There we go. Good. Hippie, hippie, hippies. All right. I meant that in terms of these hips, not in terms of the 60s peace out, okay? I promised you laughter, right? So I had to do something silly. Okay, here we go. So, right leg now stays forward, step the left leg back. Okay, once you get your stance, so both sides of the pelvis facing forward, you're going to take your strap and once again hold on. Slow, steady inhale. Exhale, gently squeezing into the glutes. Slowly come forward. Breathe. Once you've come to the edge that your body is enjoying, as long as your body says yes, you're going to go ahead, squeeze those inner edges of the shoulder blades together and lengthen the arms away. Breathe. Enjoy having your head on your chair, acting as an extra base of support. Who would have thought? One more cycle of breath. Squeeze into those glutes. Gently bring the torso up. Feel the arms relax. Readjust your stance. Right leg comes a little bit closer to the chair. Bend into the knee. Readjust if you need to make sure that both sides of the pelvis are equally facing forward. Gentle bend in that right knee. When you're ready, inhale, exhale, gentle fold. When you've gone down as far as you can, squeeze those inner edges of the shoulder blades and lengthen the arms up and away. Breathe. Beautiful. Everybody looks fabulous. Very nicely done. Gently, slowly release the arms. Inhale, bring the torso up. Yumminess, yumminess. You're going to remove the strap. You can place it back on the chair or around the neck. From here, again, we're going to do a plank pose. So if your body's tired, just move immediately into whatever variation of downward facing dog or child's pose your body says. If you're on your chair, hands are on the seat, step that right foot back and take plank. If you're down on the floor, come down and take high plank from the floor. Breathe. Very nice. From no matter where you are, if your body says yes, you can take upward facing dog. Breathe. And then when you're ready, wherever you are, you're going to go ahead and curl yourself into downward facing dog. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let your body be happy. From here, if you are on the chair, in downward facing dog, remembering that you have the knees bent as much as you need to, I want you to gently, whether you're on the ground or on the chair, I want you to gently bend into those knees and come back into a kneeling posture. There you go, good. And then from there, if you have your chair, gently push it back. And one more time, I want you to take whatever variation feels best, whether this is puppy pose, so the hips are high, or child's pose, where the hips are working back towards the heels. Both are good, so please take what feels best for your body. Oh, and just yummy. Let your body just integrate. Take some breaths here. One more cycle of breath. And then from here, what I want you to do, whether you're in puppy pose or whether you're in child's pose, I want you to shift your hips a little bit over to the left, and I want you to walk your hands over towards the right. Oh, and stretch and lengthen into that left side body. Breathe. One more cycle of breath. Gently walk your hands back to the middle, hips back to the middle. Take a cycle here in the middle, letting everything continue to unwind. And then gently walk your hands over to the left, hips shift over to the right. Lengthen into that right side body. Breathe deeply. One more cycle of breath. Gently, slowly release the hands. Come back to middle. One breath here. Hips and shoulders back in a line. And then from there, gently come back into tabletop, and we're going to come back onto our backs. We're going to finish with eye of the needle pose and taking that into a twist. So come on down. Those of you that know that your low backs are tight, if you need your blocks or your blankets or your bolsters, have them handy. Okay, so once we get on our back with our knees bent, what I want you to do is, or I invite you to do, is gently draw the heels close to the sits bones. Make sure that the feet are hip distance apart. So we're going to add one more because I want to. Does that count? All right. So from here, gently, just as we did when we were moving into the micro movements, I want you to begin to find that low belly and tip the bottom of the pelvis up. Now squeeze into the glutes. Arms are down by the side, and then just very gently lift. This might be a small movement, y'all. You might just be moving a half inch, lifting half an inch. If your body says yes, you can lift more. But what I am looking for is for you guys, more than lifting the hips, I really want you to press down through the feet. And as you squeeze through the glutes, I want you to activate through the quadricep muscles. So that we're actually using this more as a quadricep opener, the front of the thighs, than we are about really engaging and lengthening into the spine. Gently, slowly unsqueeze the glutes, let everything soften. Take a few moments. As you breathe, I want you to notice that by really engaging the quads, the fronts of the thighs, and the glutes, see if you can check in and feel how much more relaxed and soft they now feel. From here, now we're going to go into eye of the needle pose. Bring both legs up. Okay. So from here, we're going to begin with the right leg. I want you to bend that right leg at the knee. Bring the ankle across just above the left knee so that the foot kind of dangles off. And you more or less make yourself an upside down four through the legs. Your right hand, which I'm waving at everybody, is going to go through the hole that you just made. Your left hand, which I'm now waving at everybody, is going to come around on the outside. Depending on how much flexibility your body feels it has at this point, you're either going to interlace your fingers behind that left thigh and then just gently bend the knee down. If your body says, but wait, I have more, you're going to go ahead and bring both hands just below the left kneecap and clasp over the top or the front of the leg. Breathe. And just notice how this feels. Working into the right glute, working into the right hip. If you want to play a little bit, you can squeeze a little bit into the left glute. Not the right one, but the left one. Breathe. Feel your body. Let that glute relax. Notice that by squeezing the left glute, you actually made a little bit more space.
If you did and you want to, only if your body says yes, you're going to ever so slightly draw that left knee towards your face. And again, you're going to stop when you receive the invitation from your body, meaning that the sensation feels good. It feels like something you want to lean into instead of something that you want to move away from. One more cycle of breath right here. Now, if your body says yes, you're going to gently move this into a twist. So you are going to release your hands from either behind the thigh or just below the knee. I want you to go ahead and take this left hand, bring it up and over so that it is on top of the left kneecap. So the left hand on top of the left kneecap. Right hand on top of the right kneecap. Okay? Very gently, very slowly, you're going to roll your hips and your lower torso towards the left. And I want you to do this with infinite care because you're working your legs as one unit. So if you start to get a great deal of sensation through the lower part of the glute and into the top of the IT band wrapping around the hip, before you complete the twist, just stop where you are and breathe. If your body says, nope, I've got a little bit more, then you are very gently, very slowly going to continue. If you're looking at balance, you can take this left foot, I'm rotating my left ankle right now, and you can point the toes to place the foot on the floor to give your body some extra balance. Once your legs are balanced, if your body says yes, you can bring your arms out into T formation. So just doing this ever so slowly, finding those bits of hip and glute that need some love. Only go as far as your body invites you, and then breathe and feel your body soften around the invitation. One more cycle of breath. When you're ready, gently, slowly, bring both legs up. With some assistance, release that right leg. Bring the right leg up, bring the left leg up. Take a moment and I want you to alternate lifting the back of your pelvis off the mat. So it's as if you're walking, but you're not because you're moving vertically. There you go. Beautiful. Look at you go. Very nicely done. When you're ready, bend into that left leg, bring it across. Again, ankle snugs right up above the right knee. This time, left hand goes through the hole, right hand goes around. Interlace behind the thigh if things are tight, and bend the knee so you make a sandwich. Or if you've got a little bit more space, you can interlace your fingers just below that right kneecap. Breathe. Beautiful. Very nice. If your body says yes, try squeezing your right glute. Notice the sensation that runs through your body as you squeeze the right glute, not the left. When you're ready, gently, slowly allow that squeeze to release. And notice if there's space for you to move into. If your body says yes, you can gently draw that right knee a little bit closer to your face. Only if your body says yes. From here, only if your body wants you to, you're going to go ahead and move yourself into the twist. So release your hands. Take your right hand over your right knee, left hand on top of your left knee. Gently very slowly. Begin to roll your hips and your lower torso towards the right. Again, you're looking for that space of invitation so that if your muscles are tight, if your fascia is tight, and you only go a small distance, then that's great. Please honor your body. Please don't make this about a goal. If you need a little extra support, I am rotating my right ankle right now. I want you to point those toes, draw them down to the floor so that they can act as that extra piece of stability as you very gently continue to bring the legs over towards the right. Your arms can be out in T formation if you choose, or they can continue to hold on to your legs, whatever feels best for you. Breathe deeply. Beautiful, very nicely done. Breathe with tender, loving care. One more cycle of breath. Then very gently, very slowly, draw the legs up. Unwind the left leg, unwind the right leg. Oh, take a moment, squeeze, flex, point the toes, and then gently bend into both knees. Wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself a gentle hug. And from here, use whatever you need to gently lengthen yourself onto the floor for your final relaxation. So let go of everything. Let your arms come down by your sides. Palms can be face up. Soften your breath. Close your eyes. Take a moment before you really get still and thank your body for bringing you through a yoga practice today. Thank your breath for bringing you through, and feel your body soften. Feel it relax. Gently, slowly, begin to find your way back. Start by connecting to your fingers and toes, hands and feet. Then allow the awareness to move up the legs, through the arms, and back into your breath, taking a full, deep inhale and exhale through the nose. Bringing in fresh breath, fresh oxygen. If your body says yes, bring your arms up over your head to once again stretch and connect. Then draw your knees into your chest, giving yourself that last gentle hug. Roll yourself onto whichever side feels best.
And then gently press yourself back into a seated position. Eyes closed, breath soft, thumbs at the heart point on your sternum, palms touching. Okay, guys, thank you all so profoundly much for making time for yourself and for allowing me to be part of your practice. I honor the divine in you that is the divine in me, that is the divine in all of us. Namaste. And may the blessings be. Not food, you guys.